Full screen.
What is up YouTube, it's Chronicle here, bringing you another video today, and as you can see from the title, today's video is actually going to be a bit different. Now, today's video is actually what I'm hoping to be the start of a brand new series, and the series is going to be basically me telling you guys a bunch of embarrassing stories about my life. Now, the reason for me doing this is because as my YouTube grows more, I kind of want you guys to learn more and more about me, and I thought what better way to do that was to make you guys laugh and tell you some embarrassing stories about my life. So I'm hoping this is going to be a weekly series, so one episode a week, but definitely put in the comments below, guys, if you would like to see a series like this. Also put in the comments below what you thought about this particular moment of my life. So moving into it, it all started in August 2013, so the August that just went last year. I turned 18 years old, and for my 18th present, my sister actually decided to get me tickets and to take me down to Thorpe Park with one of my mates and her boyfriend as well. Now, if you don't know what Thorpe Park is, in case you're from America or somewhere like that, then Thorpe Park is actually a theme park. So it's got all the roller coasters and stuff like that, and it's such a good day out. So she was going to take me to Thorpe Park on the Sunday of my birthday, and my birthday was on the Friday. So I went out clubbing on the Friday for my birthday. Obviously, as an 18-year-old would do, you'd go out drinking and having a good time. And then Saturday rolled around, and I actually decided to go out clubbing again. Now, one thing you should know about me is when I go out drinking, I never ever get hungover, and it's kind of like it's awesome that I don't get hungover, because obviously that's like the only bad thing about going out. So the fact that I can drink as much as I want and not get hungover is awesome. So I went out drinking on the Saturday, and then woke up Sunday morning. I was completely fine, got ready, and then we got in the car and headed down to Thorpe Park. So it's about an hour and a half journey there, and it was a nice smooth journey, everything was okay. And then got into the park, and we were wondering what ride to go on first. Now I was thinking, first ride is definitely going to be the ride that lets me know if I'm going to be okay for the rest of the day, or if I'm going to end up being sick. So I got on the ride, and I was actually fine after it. You know, it was a pretty intense ride as well, and I was actually okay, and I didn't feel ill or anything like that. So I was really happy, and I was like, that's good then, because now I can have a good day out. So a couple of hours went past, and we went on a few more rides, and then we went and had something to eat for lunch. Now we went and got Pizza Hut buffet, so that took about half an hour, and then about 1 o'clock we went on another ride straight after eating. Now this ride here I've actually never been on before, and it was a kind of intense ride, but I got on it feeling completely fine. And then if you don't, I don't know, actually not sure what this ride was called, but basically what it did is it was a big circle, and you had sections of three, so three people, and it'd go up in the air and it'd spin around and do all kinds of stuff like that, and it was crazy. So my mate actually ended up sitting with my sister and my sister's boyfriend, and I ended up sitting next to these two quite attractive girls. So I ended up sitting next to them and started talking to them, and then before I knew it, the ride had started, and I was feeling good about the ride. It wasn't bad or anything like that, and I was feeling good about it. And then halfway through the ride, it kind of just took a turn for the worst and started going insane. It was spinning 3 times as faster, it was doing loops like crazy, and it was just the unbelievable ride. And all of a sudden, I felt something bubbling up in my stomach, and I was like, oh no, what is this? And then all of a sudden, I knew it was just puke ready to come out, and I was so nervous, and I was panicking because I didn't want to puke on this ride. I couldn't do that, and the fact that I'm next to this girl as well, it's like, oh, I was so scared. So the ride was just never coming to an end, and the puke was just building up, and it was coming up my throat. I could feel it, and I was thinking, okay, all I need to do now is hope for this ride to finish so that I can get off and run to those bushes over by the entrance. But this ride never seemed to end. It just kept going and going and going, and I was literally panicking because the ride was just not finishing. But finally it finished. But obviously because we were high up, it took so long for the ride to go back to the ground. and finally when it hit the ground and the levers came up off my shoulders, I looked down and I was just sick everywhere. Sick all over the girl next to me, all over my shoes, all over my jeans, all over my t-shirt, everything. It was awful, without a doubt the most horrific moment of my life. And literally I've never felt so embarrassed. She ran off screaming and her mate was like, oh, her mate just walked off after her, and it was honestly, I just sat there in shame because it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. And one of the worst parts is, my sister and my mate didn't actually want to go home, so I ended up smelling of puke and walking around like covered in puke all day long. I managed to get into a bathroom and wash myself up a little bit, and then my sister's boyfriend actually had some aftershave in his car to help mask the smell a little bit, but it was still really bad, and it was without a doubt probably one of the worst moments of my life. And now I know never to go out drinking no matter what, whether I get hangover or not, never to go out drinking if I'm going to be doing something like that the next day. It was pretty stupid for me to do it anyway, but hey ho, it's happened now. But that was basically probably the most embarrassing, yeah, without a doubt the most embarrassing moment of my life. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of that little story about my life, and also please write in the comments if you would like to see more episodes like this, and if you'd like me to do a series on this, because I'm not actually sure whether or not I should do it yet, so I'll wait for you guys to give me feedback on it, and then I'll base my series off that. So if you guys really want to see it, I'll definitely do another episode. But that was it for today, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. So ciao, guys.